Middle MAGA.
Your daughter-in-law, Lara, said this week on Newsmax that she was asked, would you consider Nikki Haley as your running mate in 2024? And she said, never say never. Would you really consider Nikki Haley?
That's an interesting. I wouldn't right now. I'm not even thinking about that. I've always gotten along with Nikki, but I think what she did was I would never run against the president. He was a great president, and all of that. And then, a year, 2 years later, she says, "Oh, I guess I'll run," and hasn't picked up much steam. They say surge, but the one that's surging is us because I went up 10 points and she went up 3, and DeSantis went down. So that's not much of a surge, although it is a surge against him. He's doing very poorly, actually.
So never say never to picking Nikki as your running mate, or would you say never?
Well, look, I think it's unlikely because, it's one of those things. I think it's unlikely. We have some things in common and some things we don't have in common, and some of those things are pretty important. We have, obviously, mine is a campaign of common sense. We want strong borders. We got to have our borders back. We have to have elections. We have to have a strong and powerful elections that are honest as opposed to what we've had. We've had, we're like a third world country. We have things in common. We have things that I probably wouldn't agree with her very much on, but we have a lot of great candidates. That's one thing. I don't think about it too much, I have to tell you, but we have a lot of great candidates.
Yeah, what you heard there is Donald Trump not saying no. And this is what we were concerned about. We talked about this a while back. Just out of the blue said, Mr. Trump, President Trump, it would be nice for you to rule out Nikki Haley just to make sure we're on the same page. And many of the people on the channel replied and said, well, there's no way he would do Nikki Haley. So my reply to that is, okay, so you agree with me that if he can't rule out Nikki Haley, we have a problem. We're like Padme in the grass looking at Anakin. You're ruling out Nikki Haley, right? Right? No, he's not. He didn't rule out Tim Scott. What that means, y'all, he's not for retribution. If you want retribution, you're flame-throwing Tim Scott, flame-throwing Nikki Haley especially. Oh, there's some things we disagree on, we don't. What's the first thing he says? And I'm not against Donald Trump. We have to have honest, tough conversations. They ask him about Nikki Haley. The first thing he says is, why'd she run against me? That's the first problem with Nikki Haley. I understand he's big on loyalty, but that doesn't, no. And I said pushing these politicians to debate is a prerequisite. If you don't go up to any debate, unless there's some type of big health issue or something like that, if the politician that's running for office has an opportunity to debate, there could be rare exceptions, like if there's a debate every day or something like stupid like that, nobody's going to go every day. But let's talk about what's happened with the general election. He should have gone to these debates. MAGA let him off the hook because of some mysterious polls, just like the midterm polls, right? I don't even care. Assume the polls are right. Still, you see the problem. Assume the polls are right. You see the problem. He does it, and who tweeted that out? That was the DeSantis War Room that tweeted that out. So if Donald Trump had gone on that debate stage like he should have, I don't care about nobody watches the debate. The debate still shaped the discussion. And if he went on that stage, DeSantis would have been like, Donald Trump, you and Nikki Haley, you look kind of comfortable. Before y'all go into the SUV and then pull around to the back of the parking lot of the South Carolina Policy Council, can you tell us, are you two going to have a political affair, a political kind of pairing together? Because she's not attacking you and you're not attacking her, and you appointed her, you chose her back when you were president. Can you rule out Nikki Haley, President Trump? You say that on the debate stage. You got Vivek there who's just flame-throwing. That moves Donald Trump to where you need him to be. He's not going to be for retribution just because he said it's for retribution. Is Hillary Clinton locked up? Let's wake up. Let's be smart. It's not too late to correct course. There's a CNN debate. It's not RNC sponsored. Right before the Iowa caucus. How disrespectful would it be to not show up on that stage? MAGA, you get it done. Get the message back to Donald Trump. You better be on that stage. I need to see you there.
Middle MAGA.